ourselves.
And we're Mendocino College Theater Arts students. We would wish to thank CSU for the hospitality and KCACTF for inviting us to share our work with you. Please take a moment to turn off your cell phones. Please be aware that there is a prop gun used in the show. Note that the program insert reflects some cast changes for this performance, and please share the climate action steps on page 2 of the larger program booklet.
And now please join us in acknowledging and paying respect to the peoples whose land we are on today. We, the cast and crew of Wildfire, acknowledge that this is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations. We acknowledge and pay our respect to their elders past and present.
We'd also like to thank many Pomo elders and community members from Mendocino County, including several in our cast who worked with us intimately on content, the spirit, and several sacred artifacts in the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One of the worst wildfires on record is still out of control in Northern California. Thousands have been evacuated from their homes in Mendocino, Lake, and Sonoma counties as firestorms continue to ravage forests and neighborhoods. The complex grew from 1,000 acres to 20,000 acres within a single day. With Diablo winds gusting up to 70 miles an hour, residents are encouraged to stay alert and evacuate immediately upon request.
Mendocino County is known for its rugged coasts, ancient redwood forests, fine wine, and even finer cannabis. 1/3 of the local economy is rooted in the cultivation of marijuana. In the late 1800s, Mendocino County endured some of the most serious atrocities against the Native American tribes who originally populated the area: Ukiah, Caddo, Winton, and Pomo. The robbing of their land and the enslavement of their people led to the Mendocino War in 1859, where hundreds of Native Americans lost their lives. In recent years, Mendocino County has also been home to some of the most destructive wildfires in California history.
How could you not get diapers?
I wasn't thinking.
You said you brought everything we need.
Dilly can survive a few
we
hours.
We have no idea how long we'll be stuck.
Jessica, please, there's nothing I can do about it now.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay.
You've said it like 15 times in the last 10 minutes.
I'm sorry.
It makes me nervous you saying it so many times. I know what that means, though, and it means you don't believe it.
I'm scared, too.
I know you are.
I'm trying to be strong, but I'm stretched pretty thin here.
You're right. I need to get a grip.
The boys asleep?
More or less. I'm glad you grabbed those blankets. Thank you.
You poor thing! Your jacket's singed!
I didn't even notice. Where are you coming from? The shul in Redwood Valley.
The shul?
Synagogue. School. Our place of worship. Are there others with you? No, I went there alone.
What the hell? Where did you come from?
I didn't scare you. It's okay. You just startled her. I'm Owen, by the way. Eddie. Right. I never said my name. Eli. This is my wife, Jessica. Our boys are asleep over there. I thought the stones might be helpful if the fire gets any closer. There used to be a pond around here somewhere. It's right over there. That's what I thought, too. If things get too bad, we can always get in the water. I can't believe this is happening. That's the shul. You can see it from here. It's in flames.
Fuck! This night is kicking my ass.
What can we do for her?
Let her rest a second. I've got to. Oh, damn it, I must have dropped my first aid kit along the way. Jesus!
It's okay. You're okay now.
I'm fine. I'm worried about her. She's got some bad burns. I need to clean her up. Sorry, I'm YOLA. I'm an EMT.
Were you working the fires?
No, I'm off duty. I was house sitting for a friend of mine. I just worked a 10-hour shift and I was dead asleep. By the time I saw the flames, the fire was everywhere. I couldn't make it out. I tried to drive it out in my truck, but it was on the road and the sky was fucking madness.
Who is she?
No idea. Found her outside a burning barn unconscious. There was another...
You did the right thing, I'm sure. Oh my God, it's you. Where did you come from? Are you okay?
I ran here from some godforsaken dirt road. I left my car in a ditch. There were flaming branches falling everywhere. Do you think it's safe here? God has been so terrified of my life.
There's a pond. We'll be okay if it gets this far. I don't think it will.
Where are the boys?
Asleep.
I'm so glad you're okay. I kept
We're
wondering.
fine. Just shaken up like everyone else.
Who are these people? Is she okay?
Smoke inhalation and some pretty nasty burns.
We all just flocked here when the fire got bad. It's the only place for miles with water and a stone shelter.
Dylan's awake.
I'll go.
No, I can do it. Or I can. I wake him up after nap time every day at school.
That's nice of you, but I'll go. Sometimes you need your mom.
God, yes. I would kill to see my mom right now.
We're going to get through this.
She's amazing.
I don't know how to answer that.
It wasn't a question.
If I say yes, she's amazing, it sounds...
You're upset.
And if I say no, she's not amazing, I sound like a
This
dick.
is how you get when you're upset.
I am not upset. I'm fucking panicking. I ran here with my boys clinging to me like tiny koala bears. I felt the heat of the fire against my back as I hauled ass, dragging Jessica along behind me. It's not stopping. We might end up in that pond. I just hope we don't die of smoke inhalation while we're out there.
They've got guys from all over the state fighting this
Well,
thing.
no offense to the firefighters, but right now I don't like our chances. It's out of
I don't know
hand.
if you realize this, but you're scaring me right now. I thought I was as scared as I'd ever get in my life, but I was wrong. This right here is the most scared.
Shit, I'm sorry.
God, my heart is pounding. I feel like a hummingbird. My heart is beating as fast as their wings.
I didn't mean to. Just something about you makes me want to say everything.
Hey, I'm Adam. What's going on? Just here for the water.
Same as all of us. Which valley did you come from?
Potter. Got a farm there. Fought the fire as long as I could. Hoses, sprinklers, everything I had, but then it just... I knew I'd die trying, so I left. Brought a bunch of my animals, a couple goats, a pig, dog and a cat.
That's a hell of a pig.
Kevin Bacon. Figured you'd make a meal or two if we're stuck here very long.
I hope we won't be here that long.
I'm in glued to the scanner. Nobody's getting up here. We're gonna be here all night, maybe longer.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a Charlie Foxtrot down there.
Charlie Foxtrot?
Army talk for clusterfuck.
Are you a vet?
4 years in Afghanistan, 2 in Iraq.
Thanks for your service.
Whatever, man. Fucked up my leg and saw way more messed up shit than any human being should have to see. You want to call that service? Fine. You're welcome.
She just said thank you, dude.
Pardon me if a thank you doesn't quite cut it.
There's no draft. She didn't force you to
It's
sign up.
okay, Owen. Just let it go.
I don't have time to discuss with you the complex dynamics of the armed services and their predatory recruitment techniques, okay? What's wrong with the girl?
Smoke inhalation and burns.
Okay, we've got one injured. Is there anyone else? Listen, first thing we gotta do is assess our supplies. Figure out what we got, what we need, what we can live without. You guys done that yet?
We just got here.
Okay, then let's get started. Is this everyone?
My wife's in the tent with her boys.
Okay, good enough. You over there, Tonto. What you got?
That's not my name.
Fine. What's your name, buddy?
My friends call me Eddie. You can call me Edward.
I'm not here for a drumming circle, all right?
There's no need to be racist.
Let's get one thing clear. I'm fully equipped for my own survival, and this is the best place to do it. We don't need to hold hands and sing Kumbaya. Looking at this sad assembly tells me one thing. We need to assess our supplies and sort this shit out. Now, you don't have to like me, but if you want to keep breathing, I suggest you listen to me. Good. Now, back to Edward. What did you learn?
I've got these and photos. That's it.
I really hope you're fucking kidding me right now.
You know how old this basket is? My great-grandmother passed it down to me. There's no way I'd let it burn.
What the fuck do I care? You think Granny's gonna smile down for a red-skinned roundhouse in the sky when she sees her stupid, ineffectual progeny dying of dehydration?
I, for one, don't appreciate all these racial epithets.
Right, now this guy.
I didn't bring anything practical. I chose to save an ancient Torah. I don't have time for a lecture from Shylock over here. I just want to know what we've got. This thing's worth more than 1,000 bottles of water or power bars or whatever you've got in that pack. To some of us, history is sacred. History? I fought for your history. You gonna eat history? Huh? You gonna wrap yourself in it when you're freezing your balls off? This Torah survived Nazi Germany. I'd rather die than see it burn up on my watch.
Good God, you people are serious contenders for the Darwin Award.
That's enough. No, it's not, clearly. Since these douchebags are gonna die cleaning their relics. I said that's enough!
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do about it? Because the last time I checked, I'm the only one here who bothered even thinking about survival. If you want me to purify your water, listen for news on my scanner, milk my goats, and cook up old Kevin Bacon over there, you better consider changing your attitude.
You're the one with the attitude, G.I. Joe, not me.
Do you want your family to live?
That sounds an awful lot like
Owen, don't.
One thing you should understand is we outnumber you 6-1. You haven't made any friends in the last few minutes. I bet you to say you made some enemies. We don't need your gear.
Yes, we do.
Jessica, please.
We do. The kids could use some milk. They're dehydrated from all the smoke.
Jesus Christ, we'll have to get through the night. It's not like we're trying to survive a zombie apocalypse. We can make it through 8 hours without suffering.
I want everyone to stop yelling right now.
I know. I puedo. Esperanza.
Christ, what's wrong with her?
If you guys can stop arguing long enough to help out here, we might be able to save this girl's life.
What do you need?
Sterilized water or alcohol. Something clean to dress her wounds. Gauze ideally, but I'm not picky, just has to be clean. And before you ask, I dropped my first aid kit when I was dragging her up this hill.
Here, this should work.
You got anything for the pain?
Yeah. Here, this will take the edge off.
She'll need clean water when she wakes up. Lots of it, and some goat's milk too. She'd already passed out the smoke by the time I found her. There's no telling how much damage it's done.
I'm on it.
What's your name again?
Eddie,
Eddie, you know how to milk a goat?
no idea. Come on, I'll show you.
What can we do?
You help me calm her down when she wakes up hysterical. My bedside manner leaves something to be desired. You two gather firewood. I know a fire seems like the last thing we need right now, but the sun is going down and it's going to get cold. We need to keep her warm.
That average guy's a piece of work.
He's in pain.
You always do that.
Do what?
See the thing underneath the thing.
The thing? Underneath the thing?
Everyone else looks at that guy and says, Jesus, what an asshole. You look at him and say, he's in pain. How do you do that? All I can see is pure asshole.
I guess working with kids, you get used to asking yourself, why is this person acting out?
Guy's a racist bastard, you gotta admit that.
Sure. I just think wondering why is more productive than slapping a label on you.
I love that about you.
What?
Your empathy.
We can't, I don't know, this whole situation is beyond weird.
I know that. You think I don't know
This
that?
isn't the time or the
I
place.
can't just turn it off, Kayla.
I'm not asking you to. What I'm saying is there's no room in this situation for our little interpersonal drama.
You think it's an accident? Both of us ending up on this mountaintop tonight.
What? Fate?
Maybe fate's the word we use for a whole bunch of things coming together on one night. All of our ancestors lining up in the stars watching us, holding their breath, and praying we make the right decision. You okay?
I'm freaking out, sorry.
What's going on?
Besides the fact that there's fire on all sides of us, a doomsday prepper throwing down threats, and a girl dying because I dropped my first aid kit, aside from that, I'm awesome.
He replies, she's not going to die.
She probably is, actually. In my humble semi-medical opinion, she won't make it through the night. And the worst part, the thing that I can't stop thinking about is, I left her twin sister.
What do you mean?
She was under her twin when I found her. The sister was too far gone, burned all over, hardly a pulse. I couldn't carry them both.
You can't blame yourself.
Really? It sure feels like I can. In fact, right now I'm having trouble doing any
never live with myself.
You don't have anything to feel
I
bad.
do. I'm her friend.
That doesn't mean you can change this. It's not like we want to feel this.
I do though. I like it. That's the worst part. I've never felt this alive. It's addictive.
I know.
It's horrible. And then with all of this.
We can't think about that. It's too much. Let's just get through the night. Try not to
What?
break, I guess.
She's shivering. I'll get the wood.
I thought that couple
What
was.
couple?
That guy, what's his name? Odin, and the girl he's with, his wife, I guess?
Owen, you mean? I'm his wife.
Oh, sorry. My brain's scrambled. I don't know why
It's okay. It's an easy mistake. Do you still love her?
God, I mean, sure. Like a best friend. But we were 17 when she got pregnant. It was our second date.
I shouldn't have asked that. It is none of my
No,
business.
it is. It definitely is. I love the way she is with the boys, and I love having a family, but I never felt, you know, we didn't really know each other. And then when we finally did, I mean, it was too late. We were stuck.
This is messed up. Like I'm talking to you and then telling me what's wrong with her.
That's not what I'm doing. That's not what you're doing. I'm just telling you the truth. Don't we owe each other that much? Even if we're not going to do anything about it.
We should go back. Where is she?
Who?
My sister, Esperanza.
¿Dónde está mi hermana?
Where?
I don't know. I just found you.
I have to go back.
Back where?
Wherever you found me, she's there. She wouldn't leave me.
You can't. It's not safe.
I have to.
Everything around us is burning, okay? There's no way out. That's why you're here and not in the hospital.
I don't care. I'll go alone. I can't just sit here
Your
with my
sister's dead.
What?
She's dead. You can't go looking for her because she's toast.
Jesus Christ!
I'm sorry, but this girl deserves to know.
You have serious problems, you know that?
Oh, why? Because I don't lie like everyone else?
You knew she was, and you weren't going to tell me.
I couldn't carry you both.
Are you sure? Is she
No,
dead?
she was badly burned,
There's
but
no way she could have survived down there. Stop giving the kid false hope.
he's right. The fire's progressed too much since then. She was unconscious. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I didn't.
You don't understand. Esperanza is different.
Unless she's fireproof.
God watches over her. He just has. She's alive. I know it.
You're in shock. I gave you some meds for the pain. You're not thinking straight.
I have to find her. Nobody has to come with me. It's just what I need to I don't think I can live with myself.
I know. Me neither. Somehow, knowing that about you makes me like you even more.
The thing we like about each other is the integrity that gives us apart.
Exactly.
If we make it through tonight, I think I should move.
What? Why?
I'm not from here. You two are. You have a family to take care of. If I move away, we'll forget about each other. You guys will work things out. I'll meet someone new.
I don't want you to do that.
Well, I don't want to threaten your family. That's not the kind of person I want to be.
What if I just tell her?
You can't. It would break her heart.
I never thought I would leave Jessica, but I never thought I'd meet someone like you.
You just said you couldn't live with yourself.
Maybe this is the worst betrayal. If I come clean, it'll be more respectful, you know? I wouldn't have to leave her for you.
She'd want to know why. You'd either have to tell her or lie to her.
I know. Come on. She doesn't want to be with a man who's in love with someone else.
You can't be like that. You're not.
I do. I am.
No, you're wrong.
Don't tell me how I feel. I'm serious. This is bigger than us.
We can't be this selfish.
Can you get me some more water for her burns?
I'll be right back.
I remember this one night.
Tell me about it.
Dia de los Muertos. Espy and I wore our prettiest dresses. Hers was yellow and mine was pink. It was like standing in a cloud of cherry blossoms. I felt like a princess. We were 7 and our abuelo had just died. I remember crying when we put his favorite things on the ofrenda. Tequila, pan dulce, a pack of Marlboro Reds. I missed him so much. Abuelita told us, save your tears, mijas. Abuelita comes home tonight. Look, we'll put up blankets so he can rest after his long journey from the underworld. he is one of the lucky ones because he is not forgotten. Her smile was so full of joy. I knew she was right. I could feel Abuelito in the room with us, and I knew he was happy to be home. SP took my hand, and together we followed our aunts and uncles and cousins into the streets where music was growing louder and louder. The puppets! Yeah, hermosa puppets! I can still see them dancing above us like bright, beautiful gods. I can smell the carnitas and the tamales and the spicy hot chocolate. The adults will drink atole and laugh like they'll never stop laughing. When the dancing starts, SP and I watch, mesmerized. The women wear every color of the rainbow. They float like exotic butterflies. Their faces glow like miniature moons. The men wear silver buttons on their pant legs and big sombreros, their boots stomp in unison, sending vibrations through the streets. I hold SP's hand in mine, and we stand there, enchanted. I look down at my pink cloud of a dress, breeze, cool against our necks. I can feel Abuelito watching us, proud and smiling. I close my eyes to memorize the moment, like a valentine tucked away for safekeeping. I can hear Espy. She keeps telling me, ponte las pilas. Ponte las. Put on your batteries, but I'm sleepy. So she just, Yola, I can't feel a pulse. God, I knew she wouldn't make it.
I felt her leave, I just felt it.
I have to try, right? God, I don't even know. Maybe I just blocked her pain. I should have left her with her sister.
You tried to save her life. There's nothing wrong with that.
What's happening?
It's the girl I brought. She's dead.
What? How?
Smoke inhalation burns a broken heart. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Right, yeah. Sorry, I didn't know she was that far gone. Jessica, are you okay?
A girl just died in my arms.
God, yes, I'm so sorry I wasn't here.
No, you weren't here.
We were looking for firewood.
Well, it's slightly fucking late for that, Owen. We couldn't even get her warm.
You're upset, I get that.
Don't touch me. A girl is dead because of you. That's what I want you to get.
Jesus.
You want to hit the rack? I can keep watch.
Can't sleep.
Yeah, me neither. Sommy's a bitch. Damn leg's killing me.
Did you lose your foot?
Oh, yeah. Been shin down, all robo.
Sorry about that.
You say that a lot, don't you?
What's that supposed to mean?
Just an observation, man. Sure, heard you say it a lot tonight. To your wife, to your girlfriend.
She's not my girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
She's not.
Whatever, man. I don't give a shit.
Good, because it's none of your business.
I just think you should have the balls to get out if you're not happy.
Not happy, huh? What exactly do you think it means to be happy?
Don't play work games.
I'm serious. God, How do you know if you're happy?
Well, if you have to think about it, you're probably not.
We need to talk.
I know.
I can't believe we're doing this here.
Doing what?
Splitting up?
Who said anything about splitting up?
Please don't treat me like I'm crazy. Show me some respect.
Okay. You're right. I'm in love with her.
I think I knew before you did.
Why didn't you
Say anything? Because, no, it sounds pathetic.
just tell me, please?
Because of the peach tree.
The peach tree.
I told you it sounds stupid.
Go on.
Remember how I planted it when Robbie was born? The first couple of years, it didn't even bear fruit. Each season, it gets a little bigger though. Every evening when I'm washing the dishes, I look out at that tree and I think, if we can just get through this shit, he'll still be around when that tree is fully grown. I picture us with the kids having picnics in its shade in the spring, our blankets spread out in the grass, the blossoms filling the air with sweetness. And later in the summer, when the branches get heavy with fruit, you'll reach up and pick one and pull out your knife and give each of the boys a sliver of heaven. I didn't want to stand there on my own, doing the dishes and watching that tree grow without you.
I never meant for this to happen.
Can we skip all the talk? I'm done, you're done, it's done.
You're going to be fine. You know that.
I realized something tonight. Life is too fragile to spend it waiting for someone to love you.
You okay, man? That's my home down there, on fire. My father and I built that house together. Your old man still around? It's the last thing we did together. Built that house. He said he wanted to leave something nice for his grandchildren.
Look, I'm sorry if I was a dick earlier about the basket and the,
Not the most eloquent apology, but I'll take it.
I just don't think like that, and it's hard for me to understand people that do.
Well, my people thrive here, you know? For thousands of years. We understood fire. We respected it. We used it as a tool. We're no strangers to survival.
You remember when I took you and the kids to see Circus MeCCA?
Of course.
It was a couple of days after I met KAYLA. I was trying to...
Distract yourself?
It was more than that. I was trying to recapture something my father gave me. Trying to give it to my own boys. Except I failed.
I remember you were snappish and distant. Robbie ate too much candy and threw up. We left early, drove home in silence.
I was trying to force something. I should have known better. When I was 7, my dad took me to see the circus. It was just a local production with a striped tent and candy apples. Old-fashioned podunk. But to me, it was pure magic. I remember this beautiful woman dangling from a band of silk. The way she defied gravity. The colors and the lights. The smell of cotton candy and popcorn. My dad's big hand holding mine. It's the only time I remember us going somewhere, just the two of us. I felt his love for me, pure and simple. He was this huge presence in my life, you know, but I didn't see him much. He was always working. To have him all to myself for an afternoon was the greatest day on earth. The second I met KAYLA, I could already feel it. This unstoppable riptide pulling me out to sea. I thought if I could just focus on the way my dad made me feel that day, if I could give it to my own boys, I could fight it off. You can't fight a riptide. You just exhaust yourself. That's how people drown. That's what I was that day in the city, a drowning man. Even though Circus MeCCA was way more expensive than my small town circus, all I could think about was my failure as a father, as a husband. I was filled with regret even though I hadn't done a single thing. All I wanted to do was give Dylan and Robbie a taste of that joy. Can't force that though. can't buy it or plan it. Joy is fickle and fleeting, and it comes when you least expect it, out of nowhere. And then it disappears, like a firefly or a breath away. It retreats to wherever it came from, and all you can do is keep a lookout for the next time it comes your way.
I feel like we should cover her or something.
We don't really have enough blankets as it is.
I know.
What you did was brave. Nothing to be ashamed of.
You were brave too, sneaking past the barricade to save that Torah.
I wasn't brave. I was terrified.
That's what bravery is, doing the thing you're scared of.
I've been scared all my life. My parents survived the Holocaust. They never spoke of it. I remember seeing their tattoos from Auschwitz, tracing the ink with one small finger, asking questions they refused to answer. There's no Jewish proverb. Say little and do much. That's how my parents lived. They worked so hard to make my life easy. Sent me to the finest schools, the best summer camps. It was as if their whole purpose was to shield me from the horrors they had locked so tightly inside their hearts. I never felt worthy. Here I am, worrying about getting tenure or being liked by my students. Such petty fears compared to what they endured. Tonight was the first courageous act of my life. I can't help but wonder if it will be my last.
Fire's getting closer. I don't like the looks of it.
I already know we're going to make it to the night.
Oh yeah, you got some kind of sixth sense, Big Red?
In spite of some of your racist bullshit, there's something I almost like about you.
Oh, don't get all homo on me.
It's kind of brilliant, really, the way you braid together all the ignorance and fear of this country. Weave it into an ugly-ass, misshapen basket. Something nobody wants, and nobody can destroy either.
Thanks, buddy. I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want. You want to stop it?
Maybe we can say a prayer for her.
Something.
Do you know any? All I know is the one we said before meals. That doesn't seem quite right.
My parents would say the mourner's cottage. I'm not sure I remember.
Go ahead, she won't mind.
Something like this. Vikra, Vikra, Shemay Rava, Alma, Divra, Rute, Diamlich, Machte, Chaychon, Yomechon, Ukiah, Techo, Be Israel, Ba'adallah, Uvisma, Gri, Dimir, Amen. That's all I have.
It's okay. We do what we can.
How do you ends like this? Oseh Shalom Gimrama, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Israel. Dimir, Amen.
What does it mean?
Something like, He who creates peace in his celestial heights, may he create peace for us, and all of Israel, and all who dwell on earth. Amen.
Go on then, tell me. How do you know we're gonna make it?
I had a vision. I'm not gonna share with you, you're gonna cackle like an old woman. This was given to me by my auntie. She told me it was my way in. My power. I don't know much about my culture, just what my family tells me, and that's not much. I never grew up in a rancheria or learned to speak Ukiah. My father, he taught me to respect everything powerful in nature. Ocean, lightning, fire. He told me not to fear it, but to respect it. In the old days, My people moved with the seasons, surviving off the land. When a part of the earth burned, packed up our dwellings and moved on. Those days are gone.
Wait. Let me guess. Then the evil white man came and everything went to shit.
There's somebody who laughs at visions. You sure are eager to hear mine, aren't you?
Look, I lost my farm tonight, buddy. You know how hard I worked to keep that place going? So if you've got a bedtime story that tells me I might not die, I'm all ears.
In my vision tonight, my ancestors appeared. They told me the story of days ahead. There will be great people to come. The winds will howl, the fires will burn, the sun will scorch the earth. Many will die, but white, red, brown, yellow, black. The Great Spirit will not discriminate. There will be storms and floods and famine. The earth will go parched, the seas will rise, and armies will rise with them. Great floods of refugees will wander, homeless, and there will be men waiting, not to feed and clothe them, but to shoot them down, just as they shot my people, who wanted nothing more but to live in peace. But through it all, the spirit of the people will survive. Mother Earth will survive. The stars and the moon will survive. Coyote will start the world again.
Look, the sun's coming up. We made it through the night. Some of us, anyway.
Well, it looks like they cut a path through the fire. I can see trucks heading our way.
We're going to be okay.
Don't say that. Why not? When he says it, I know he doesn't believe it.
Our lungs and stained our clothes, grayed our hair and aged our eyes. We're told it wouldn't happen here. Now it's come and we are wise. A star can cause a flame, but it can also cause a thought. A light of hope to come, a healthy earth for everyone. We must learn from our mistakes, take a stand and use our voices. We've lost so much and fallen so far, the future's written in our choices. The house is gone, but hope lives on through our stories, prayers, and children. It's not the end, it's only the start, a new adventure to begin.
Fires, floods, tsunamis, hurricanes. Well, you name it, folks, we've seen it. The last 50 years have brought nothing but famine and pandemics. We've got climate refugees swarming from one place to another like locusts. Our oceans are basically fucked. Military coups, martial law. Don't even get me started on the cults.
The year is 2029. Perhaps the world has slid deeper and deeper into climate change chaos. More than 1/3 of all animal species are now extinct, threatening basic ecosystem functions, such as pollination. In the face of declining food sources and massive refugee populations displaced by weather events, many nations, including the United States, have declared martial law. New religions spring up daily, offering those not forced into labor camps a chance to seek answers to the old ways of magic, sacrifice, and ritual.
form a teepee of 13 sticks. It is essential they are evenly spaced. Do you see that one? Move it closer. Very good. Where do you hail from, brother?
Texas.
Climate refugee?
Yes, sir.
We don't say sir around here, Sam. We say brother.
Yes, brother.
Now, scatter the Angelica route around the base.
Okay.
We don't say okay, we say.
May the chosen prevail.
Do you know the etymology of apocalypse, brother Sam? It comes from the Latin, apocalypsis, meaning revelation. And from the Greek, apocalypti, meaning uncover, disclose, reveal. I'd say the last couple of decades have been very revealing. Wouldn't you say?
I'm not sure how you mean.
Take your home state of Texas. Drought for 15 years straight. No drinking water, very little food. This place is a wasteland. A parched pit where only the dirt poor remain. Fighting over patches of shade and morsels of food. Do you know what this reveals to me?
Speak truth, husband.
It uncovers the naked facts. Our ancestors sucked this planet dry and left us the desiccated husk. They extracted every ounce of oil and coal. They spewed the bones of dinosaurs into the sky until our home became a pressure cooker. Their noxious fumes turned a lush, vibrant planet into a valley of death. Parched in places, flooded in others, plagued by diseases even Job of old would find impossible to endure. And do you know why?
Like me and the oil companies.
BP, ExxonMobil, Chevron, Shell. We name Satan here, brother. We call out the greedy bastards who raped and tortured our mother. They worship their obscene bonuses with fetishistic pleasure, trading their children's future for yet another Learjet, another palace by the sea. Even as that sea grew too acidic to support life, even as it rose and flooded their smog-encrusted cities. We had the power long ago to switch to clean, renewable energy sources. But these suicidal megalomaniacs obscured the truth from the masses. These profit-driven, free-market terrorists funded the climate deniers. They thwarted any attempt at global response. Even when the people, armed with science, screamed at them to stop, they simply bought more politicians. They muddied the waters of debate. They blocked every effort of the human race to escape from the oven they knowingly created.
Well, I agree, obviously.
We are on the brink of extinction, Brother Sam. It is too late for reversal. It's been too late for decades. We, the Epizante, seek to weather the storm. But we know not everyone will make it out alive. We burrow into the earth. We appease the gods. And we protect ourselves against outsiders. We survive. But there is no denying. The end of civilization as we know it is upon us.
I'm going to cut his balls off and feed them to him one at a time.
Remember, you don't know what happened. It's all rumors and hearsay.
I know my daughters aren't here with me where they belong.
I understand your anger, but
Are you going to help me yet?
I'm just saying.
Yes or no, Max? It's a simple question.
Yes. But you can't take on a homicidal, polygamous cult leader who has 300 devoted, well-armed followers without a plan, okay? Sister Alma, tell Brother Sam your story.
I was born in Los Angeles, as it was called then, now the Republic of Angelinos. I was 7 when the first great wave of climate refugees washed up on our shores. The year was 2050. They came from Uganda, Kenya, Somalia, Brazil, all those countries along the equator where the heat was too great to survive. The city's population swelled to twice its size. By 2053, martial law was declared. Even though I was born there, my family was lumped together with all the other immigrants. We were rounded up and forced into a labor camp. My mother was shot for fighting back when they tried to separate her from her children. Sometimes, at night, I still hear her calling my name. I hear the shots ring out. Then silence. 3 years
knew Dios was telling me to come here. When I arrived, it was the end of October, and in the worship garden, I saw little ofrendas everywhere. Altars with candles and marigolds and tiny sugar skulls, tequila and pan dulce. It had been years since I'd seen such a thing. Everyone in the Republic of Angelinos was too frightened to celebrate their culture, too scared or too poor to acknowledge where they came from. I fell on my knees and cried, thanking Jesus and all of my ancestors for guiding me here, for showing me the way. That night, I laid Tengo para mi madre. I put her favorite things on the altar, and I thanked her for all she's done to keep us safe.
That can't be him.
It's him.
The great Jasper O'Farrell? I heard he was 7 feet tall.
Don't believe that.
Shayla, not now.
She hit the OG push again.
Skunkberry, try to hide from her. She's
Fine.
jumping out of my heart. Turn on one.
Are we really doing this?
No question.
Question. I've got a question. Can we pause for
Say
God
not now. We're definitely doing this. There are 300 people in that compound. We sell the code in half, slip a little secondal in the Kool-Aid. We're golden. The entire place is ours for the taking.
There are too many variables.
Don't be such a pussy, Hank. Even if they're not out cold, they'll be too loopy to notice us stealing their gear. We can do this.
We can do this. Take my hand.
Oh, fuck! Oh! I don't like it.
Yeah? Well, you won't like starving either.
There are other people, other clusters of misfits. Ones that are more vulnerable.
They don't have shit, okay? These people, these Evazante, they've got tons of stuff we can use. Weapons, food, tools. They might even have a generator.
That's just a rumor.
We've been watching them for weeks. You know they're hiding something big. With all the blackouts and rumors of the grid going dark for
Okay,
good.
if they have one, how are we going to get it out?
We can load it on top of the trunk. Shit, I'll carry it on my back if I have to. These days, a generator could be just as thing to let us on top.
How many guns do you think they have in there? I heard they've got hundreds.
You also heard he was 7 feet tall.
So we're risking our lives for what might be a generator.
We're risking our lives for the dream of a generator.
The gods appreciate attention to detail. Which gods exactly, brother? Well, we don't discriminate. All gods are welcome here. You saw the worship garden back at the compound? Buddhas comporting with Thor. Virgin Mary rubbing elbows with Aphrodite. We believe all divinity is just that. Divine.
What about you? Who do you pray to?
I have my favorites, of course. I have a soft spot for Ganesha. I also like the Shinto god Ryushin. Hard not to like a Japanese sea dragon who controls the tides with enchanted jewels.
Which god told you to take 7 wives?
You ask a lot of questions, Brother Sam.
And why do they bow like that? It's demeaning.
They are beautiful flowers that must be cared for. They are blossoms that must be tended.
I just don't get why they bow.
Brother, do you know the etymology of woman?
No.
It comes from the Old English with, meaning wife or female servant. Wives, submit to your husbands as is fitting in the Lord. Colossians 3:18.
So now you're Christian. You've got spirit. I like that, Brother Sam.
It's something we need more of around here. You're gonna need grit to get through the reckoning.
The reckoning?
When the grid goes dark and the gods test us with even stronger storms.
When the great tides pour over the hills and into the valleys. Nearly every holy book describes an epic flood. From the Greeks to the Sumerians, the Korean to the Inuit. Even Ryushin cannot survive the thrashing of the seas once the great flood is commenced. The reckoning, it is upon us.
So you believe the rumors about the grid?
Which one? God knows there are thousands.
They say the southern hemisphere's already gone dark.
And you're afraid we're next.
Well, brother,
I believe we are in times of darkness. Will there also be singing in the dark times? Yes, there will also be singing about the dark times. Close. Bertolt Brecht.
No, we're desperate, but this feels like suicide.
You need to relax.
It's reckless.
We have to put our fear aside and will it to happen. Think about something else. Tell us about your grandfather. You know we love that story.
You want me to tell you a story? Right now, when we're getting
Yes, it will calm you down. Talking about your grandfather always calms you. You need to remember why we do this.
Rip off, sign, cult leaders, you mean?
The reason you joined the bond. Remember he said, I want to share the visions of my people.
The visions of my people.
You've heard that story 1,000
So make it 1,001.
My grandfather nearly died in the Great Fires. He fled to the hills not far from here, bringing only his basket and way stick for protection.
Was he alone?
No. There were 7 others with him. Strangers who fled there that night trying to escape the flames. My grandfather was a dreamer. One of the greatest dreamers my people have ever known. That night, he had a vision.
What did he see?
His ancestors warned him of the terrible destruction he would have to face. They foretold the dark days ahead. But they also offered a ray of light.
Ray of light.
Even as the fires burned the town below, my grandfather gave the people hope. He promised them the spirit of the people will survive. Even as humans destroyed the planet they called home, my grandfather knew Coyote would start the world again.
You see, we have a tale to tell. These people need your story.
I think you mean we need their supplies and guns.
That too.
I'm going in.
We don't even have a plan.
We need to move before they go back to the compound. Who knows how long this bullshit ritual will last.
This is the stupidest idea you've ever had. And that's saying something. It's time to decide, Brother Sam.
Decide what?
The Epizante don't tolerate tourists. You've had a week to observe our ways. You know what the world out there offers. Arbitrary violence, military coups, life-threatening storms, rampant starvation. We want you to join us. To turn your back on that suffering forever. But your allegiance must be absolute. Meaning, you accept me as your Lord and Savior. That's God. That's right. God.
I have one reason to live, Max. To exact revenge. If I have to die doing it, so much the better. At least then I can be with my daughter.
Tell me what's in your heart, Brother Sam. Are you a true believer? Or a heathen who must be packed up and deported back to Texas? I'm in. We don't say I'm in. We say,
Glory to those who worship the righteous God.
I don't like this.
Don't come then. You'll only be a liability.
Now you're being mean, as well as stupid. What do I have to do? Now that you've built a fire to please the gods, you take the angelic root and offer it to the fire. We don't hurl it at the flames like a candle. This is an offering, brother, a supplication. Give it to the fire as you would offer a cherished love for your heart. Better. Now, put a lock of Sister Alma's hair.
I don't think I can.
This isn't a negotiation.
Well, I wouldn't feel...
What you feel is irrelevant, Brother Sam. I am your God. I know what's best. That's not enough. Dig deep to the roots. Only women's bodies are pure enough for the gods. Now, offer her hair to the fire. Good. The last step is to offer her blood.
You've got to...
The safety of our people depends on your devotion. There are many other gods out there to appease. This is no time to be squeamish.
This seems...
Sister Alma knows the value of her blood. She gives it willingly, with a heart full of love. Once you do this, your transformation will be complete. You'll be part of the Epizante forever. Your soul entwined with the great soul. Your heart one with the great heart. Welcome, brother, to our family. May you find peace in our midst.
Greetings! I hope we're not interrupting anything.
Who are you and why are you here?
We mean no harm. We're a humble band of traveling thespians. We call ourselves Vivant.
We call ourselves the Bond. We know just what you want. Escape from endless heat. Let us make your evening sweet. Show respect
It's
for...
fine, Sister Alma. We finished our work here. It's time we head back.
Perhaps we could interest you in a brief teaser of our newest performance. If it's your liking, we could perform the entire show for your people tonight.
What do you call this performance?
We call it The People Who Would Not Listen.
The people who would not listen. There will be great upheaval yet to come. The winds will howl, the fires will burn, the sun will scorch the earth. There are storms and floods and famine. The earth grows large, the seas have risen, and even now on is rising with them. Great floods of refugees wander homeless. There are men waiting not to feed and clothe them, but to shoot them down. Bam, 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 bam! But through it all, the spirit of the people will survive. Mother Earth will survive. The stars and moon will survive. Coyote will start the world again. Decades ago, prophets and scientists came to the people and said, the world as you know it is dying, we must save it. The children organized protests, begging the elders to listen, but their pleas fell on deaf ears.
If the earth is so warm, why is it still snowing?
The people did nothing.
It's all just fake news.
They drove their cars and burnt their dinosaur bones,
Climate goes in cycles. It's not man-made.
ignoring the warnings,
I'm only one person. How can I make a difference?
dooming their children to a dead world. The people who would not listen.
Sounds a bit boring.
We have other fair comedies of every ilk. Black comedy, dark comedy, pitch black comedy.
You ever play with dogs? I love playing with dogs.
Put a collar on this guy, you'll never know the difference.
I wonder, do you know of a performance style once referred to as circus?
Circus, of course. We can do circus.
My grandfather used to tell us about seeing the circus as a child. It was a great striped tent and spectacles of every variety. It was just a story, but to me it was pure magic. I can still see a beautiful woman dangling from a band of silk, the way she defied gravity. He described the colors and the lights, the smell of cotton candy and popcorn. My grandfather's big hand would hold tight to mine, and his face would light up with joy.
Minerva, no!
Tell me what you did to my daughter, you son of a bitch!
Child, what ails you?
Child, how dare you? I have 2 children and they're both dead now because of you.
That's not
lie to me, goddammit. I heard from one of your escapees. She said you had them in your tent every night.
Are you talking about Annabelle and Greta?
Don't you dare say their names, you murderer!
Your daughters are alive and well.
Where are they?
Calm down, sister.
I'll kill you. Don't think I won't. It's all I live for now.
You can't kill me. You need to know where Annabelle and Greta are.
They're really alive?
Very much so.
But Tonya told me.
Sister Tonya. She told you these things. Tonya was driven from our midst because she's a pathological liar. She has venom in her tongue. Ask any of my people, they'll tell you. She's been excommunicated for spreading poison.
Max, tie him up.
But to tell a woman her children are dead, that's a low argument that even Sister Tonya would see. Oh! You should consider your sources more carefully.
Let him go!
Tell me your name, sister.
Minerva. It's Minerva, okay? Now let him go.
Oh, I don't think so. Your daughters are safe and alive. Don't you want to know where?
Yes.
Then put the weapon down.
You promise you won't hurt him?
I promise. Now hand the gun over to Sister Alma. We need a little trust here.
Tell me where they are.
They're safe.
Where are they?
On a mission.
A mission?
With their father and 10 others. We send 13 apostles every 3 years to travel the countryside in refugee caravans and gather the lost souls.
When will they return?
In 2 years.
You sent my children wandering the country for 2 years?
They're safe. They're with their father.
Their father is an irresponsible child. He can't possibly keep them safe.
You had kids with a man. He can't be that bad.
You've obviously never had an ex.
People who lose their wives are careless. I tend to keep all of mine.
Except Tonya.
Tonya was never a wife. She was of service to me on occasion. I could not tolerate her viper's tongue.
I heard you more than tolerated it.
Show respect, woman.
You see, Tonya has infected you. Even from afar, she spreads poison in our midst.
I don't give a shit about Tonya, okay? I just need to know where my daughters are. Do you know their route at least?
Sadly, no. Our missionaries go where the Spirit moves them. They stop where the Great Mother tells them to stop.
But it won't take 2 years to fill up one caravan.
There are 3 caravans, each headed in different directions. They pick up a flock, deliver them to one of our ashrams, and start again. They are under orders not to return for 3 years. They left 12 moons ago.
12 moons ago? Who do you think you are, motherfucking Gandhi?
You dare disrespect the Great One.
The Great One? Are you people for real?
This woman is in pain, Sister Alma. We must show her compassion.
I don't need your compassion, buddy. I need my daughter.
I have told you what you need to know.
You told me fuck all. I can't miss another 2 years of my daughter's life.
But they're alive.
According to this psycho, yeah.
Dios has a plan.
Dios?
When my grandmother was 16, she got pregnant. She had to have my mother far from her town so nobody would know. My mother was raised by my great aunt in Los Angeles. I have read my grandmother's letters. She suffered greatly being so far away from her child.
What has this got to do with
A
anything?
few years later, my grandmother and her twin sister died in a fire not far from here. If she hadn't sent her baby away, my mother would have died in that fire with them. I never would have been born.
I get what you're trying to do, but
I understand your pain. I'm a mother too. But Dios has a plan. He spared your children great suffering by sending them on a journey.
maybe you're right.
Sister Minerva, join us tonight for a feast. Our new friends here will entertain us with dancing and music and circus delights. You and your companion can forget your worries for an evening. In the morning, if you decide to stay, together we will pray for the safe return of your precious daughters.
You swear they'll return in 2 years.
God's willing, yes.
All right. We'll stay with you tonight. In the morning, I'll make a new plan.
Wonderful, you see? Enemies become allies. Harmony is restored. This is our chance.
Crazy, he'll kill us.
I know you want to leave. I can see it in your eyes.
It doesn't matter what I want, he's too powerful.
But I've heard of a community on the coast, a place where people survive and all this shit. We can go there tonight. We can be there tomorrow afternoon.
It's too dangerous.
You can't be happy with him.
I watched him skin a man alive to make an example of him, Sam. You don't know what you're dealing with here. He's
All the more
insane.
reason to escape, but we still can. What's this, Brother Sam? We want to leave, all right. She's not happy here, and neither am I. I took you in. You were half-starved, wounded. You ungrateful. I've seen how you lead your people. Through tyranny, manipulation, and lies. You could have been happy with us, Brother Sam. But now you must die. I'm left with no other choice.
Mio, what have I done?
You did the right thing.
The Impizanti will tear us limb from limb. They'll burn us alive.
We'll leave now. They'll never find us.
Did you see that?
What?
The lights. They all went out.
The grid. It's finally gone dark.
This is it. The reckoning.
The darkness and confusion will make it even easier for us to get to the coast. We're gonna be okay, Alma. We can do this. We just have to hurry.
Punta pilas.
What?
That's what my mother always said when she wanted us to hurry.
What does it mean?
Put on your batteries.
Damn straight. We're gonna need all the batteries we can find.
Hello, is anybody out there? ¿Hay alguien afuera? Hello, is anybody out there? ¿Hay alguien afuera? 你好，有人在这儿吗？สวัสดีค่ะมีใครอยู่ไหมคะ
The year is 2371. For 3 centuries, the world has existed without electricity. 83% of the Earth's population has been wiped out due to pandemics, extreme weather, starvation. The remaining 17% now survive in small nomadic tribes. They survive much like their hunter-gatherer ancestors did for millennia, foraging, hunting, fishing, and moving with the seasons, keeping only what they can carry.
What happened? He's injured badly. But how? We were hunting when a mountain lion surprised us. She leapt on him from above. I killed the lion, but it was too late. He was already...
I'll be fine.
Don't say that. You won't be fine unless we get you to the coast.
The coast? Wait, how can we...
We've heard the rumors. There's a settlement, 20 tribes and growing. They'll have medicine. They can help.
I'm not going to the coast.
Do not be stubborn, Odin.
I'm not afraid to die. I'm a hunter.
The food is already scarce enough. We can't make it without you.
Joe can take my place as hunter.
Do not eat the forager.
You can do both.
Don't! You can't stay with me, Odin. Don't do this. Everyone gather wood and deer hide to make a stretcher. We need to get them to the coast right away.
I'm not going anywhere. You know that.
What is it with you? The settlement has everything to offer.
You know that's not true.
It's more people, more resources.
And more trouble.
You're not thinking straight. You're in pain.
I know what I know. We destroyed this planet once. I refuse to join those who are doing it again.
Civilization can still exist and respect nature. We can band together and live in harmony with the...
You know the history as well as I do. Only hunter-gatherers have a track record of coexisting with nature. Once you plant crops, you begin the long, slow journey into darkness.
Planting crops is not a crime, Odin. It's survival.
It's the first step in dominating nature.
We'll do it right this time. We won't burn fossil fuels. We learned our lesson.
It's not the fossil fuels I'm worried about. They're long gone anyway. It's human greed. Gather enough of us in one place and capitalism rears its ugly head. You know our rules. Move with the seasons. Only keep what we can carry on our backs.
I can't lose you.
Keep the tribe small. Listen to our dreams every morning. Everyone contributes what they can, no more, no less. That's our way. No preachers, no politicians, just the tribe.
You heard Lily. We barely have enough food to survive without you.
Don't be greedy.
I want you to live. Is that greedy?
Only if you sacrifice our future. I'm not worth it. You know that.
I don't.
You do. I'm not as good at hunting as you are. You can train Joe and Rosa. Together you'll take down 100 mountain lions. Not too many though. Remember that. What was that for?
ALIKA, we need your help to see the mountain lion. We can use the pelt to keep her warm.
But I
No. Be useful. I'll look after him.
Now we're getting somewhere.
What do you mean?
Alika's too blinded by love to think straight.
Blinded by love? For you?
Why not?
I thought she had better taste.
That's my Serena. Always willing to twist the knife. Even on my deathbed.
You know it's all of them against us, right?
What do you mean?
I'm the only one that agrees with you. We can't go to the coast. There'd be dragons.
My thoughts exactly.
Still, they're determined. They think it will save you.
It won't if there's no one to save.
How is it? Can I do anything?
Ben, I want you to say cottage.
The mourner's cottage? But it's for the dead.
I'm working on that part.
It's not funny.
Go on. Humor me.
Dikdal, Dikdash, MINERVA, ALMA, Farah, Emilie, Machute, Ukiah, Ukiah, the whole beit Israel, Allah, Uvisman Kri, Yimiru, Amen. Say Shalom Bimrama, Uya say Shalom Alein, the Israel. He who creates peace in his celestial heights, may he create peace for us and all of the world. We say, Amen.
Go on. I'll stay with him. You keep working on that stretcher. The sooner you get it done, the sooner we can get him to the coast.
He's decided to go.
He doesn't have much choice.
I have a choice.
I know. I just didn't want him to see.
You know you need to do that.
I'm considering my options.
I've always loved that about you, Serena.
What?
Your pragmatism.
I'm pretty good with a thread and needle. Maybe I can stitch you
Ah! I'm not afraid.
Really? I am.
Of course you are. You have to persist. I'm about to leave it all behind.
What do you think it will be like?
I can already see it. It's beautiful.
Really? What do you see?
The women wear every color of the rainbow. They float like exotic butterflies. Their faces glow like miniature moons. The men wear silver buttons up their pant legs and big sombreros. There are flying people and bands of silk. They defy gravity. Colors and the lights. The smell of cotton candy. My dad's big hand holds mine.
What is cotton candy?
I don't know, but I can smell it. It must be the food of the afterlife.
Are there peaches?
Peaches.
Wild peaches. I always imagined death would taste like peaches.
Yes, you're right. I can see them. I can taste them.
Will we make it? Can you see that?
The spirit of the people will survive. Mother Earth will survive. The stars and the moon will survive. Help me, Serena.
I can't.
For the tribe. For all of us. Help me.
I don't think I...
You can. We can. We'll do it together.
All right, the stretcher's almost ready. How's... You did this! How could you? It's what he wanted. I don't care what he wanted. He was wrong. He wasn't afraid. That's the problem with him. He was never afraid. I'm sorry. I had to respect his wishes. He told me about death.
What did he say?
There were women floating like exotic butterflies. There were men with silver buttons. There were flying people on silk. But most of all, there were peaches.
Peaches?
Wild peaches. He could taste them. He said they were so, so sweet.
Ose shalom bimromav, huya ase shalom aleinu, v'kol Yisrael b'miru.
Amen. This decided then.
Besides what?
The coast. We have to go.
Odin was the only one who thought it was a bad idea.
That's not true. I agree. Agreed with him.
You killed him. You don't get to say
I didn't. He wanted.
You're outnumbered 6-1.
Odin died to keep us away from there. That's how strongly he believed it would destroy our way of life.
And what exactly is this precious way of life? Do you know how stressful it is trying to keep you all fed? Every time I make a meal, it gets more pathetic. We're living on berries and venison.
I don't want to be a forger anymore. I hate foraging. I want to be a storyteller.
Ay, chingada, this again, I'm the storyteller.
If we go to the coast, we're not stuck in these stupid roles anymore. We can do more. There's 20 tribes out there. Imagine the possibilities.
Odin's body isn't even cold, and you're bickering
He'd
over.
still be alive if not for you.
We might not listen to their dreams out there. We might lose that.
We might lose everything. They could be bloodthirsty cannibals.
Don't. That's just ignorant.
Last night, I had a vision.
Tell us.
It's the one I keep having. About those people from centuries ago. What did they tell you? They're always staring at these boxes. Skinny rectangles with flashing lights.
How odd.
They're standing at a crossroads. Just like we are now. That's why our paths intersect. I can almost see them out there watching us. Incomprehensible, mysterious things I can't understand.
Like what?
Like Alexa. From Amazon.
Amazon? That's one of their rivers.
No, they were warriors, female warriors, like ALIKA.
Was Alexa their god? Must be. They created her constantly.
Well, how are we supposed to know what to do if we can't understand
What
what
does
they're
it
saying?
mean, Lonan? Why do they keep appearing in your visions?
I have no idea. But I can feel them trying to decide which way to go. Just like we are. They're lost and overwhelmed and everything seems to be spinning out of control.
It's a warning.
Don't turn this into your
Maybe
own.
you should ask them, Lonan.
Ask them what?
Which way should we go? Do we go to the coast?
Or do we honor Odin's dying wishes?
Do you see them? Are they here with us?